Hello, you may already know who I am. Today I am going to talk about what mass media is and how it can create a large impact on the government. Mass media is mainly the content viewed on TV, radio, newspaper, the internet, you name it. Considering that I need to have politicians on this topic too, don't feel too lonely, but they all want in on the action, whether it's to get their ideas out or get elected. You know what's up. So you're probably wondering, how did mass media develop at this point? So, did you know it actually used to be people sending the president questions and the president would answer it on paper? Well, at this point, now you got something called journalism and press conferences that usually happen nowadays, which is kind of an interview based on how politics are going. And at the press conferences, sometimes you got those journalists that are trying to make a bad image for the person they're interviewing, but that'll be a little conversation for later. Of course, how many types of media can there be, especially for mass media? Like, how does the people in politics get their information out? Well, you also got paper media, which is mainly the newspaper and magazine, which is basically people writing how politics are working, or you can choose the easy one, which is electronic. That's the type of media with TV and the internet. That's pretty dope. To be honest, what's even the purpose of mass media? They're just there to cover politics, right? Well, like how someone can use it is that one, you can make your image look better, you can make yourself look amazing, or you could destroy someone else's image, you know what I'm saying? Even with this knowledge in place, the politicians gotta know that there are boundaries towards this type of publication. Well, you know who's that job? FCC? Okay, Federal Communications, those guys. So what they do is mainly they regulate the placing of what should be on television, and that can either one make it easier for the politicians to discuss their ideas or to make it a living hell for their program. Politicians are also gonna need to consider how channels are a bit narrowcasted. So you're probably wondering, hey, what is narrowcasting? Well, my buddy Chum Pao, basically narrowcasting is how channels like to broadcast. So around this day and age, you can choose a specific channel for whatever you want to watch. So that is saying like comedy, animation, music, or even reality shows. Well, if you're thinking about it, if there are those channels that's related to government, it's gonna be very hard to actually try to get your program on there because there's gonna be so many people. So you gotta try the hard to get people, like comedy, animation, music, or reality show people, and try to figure out how can I get my political message on there. Well, that's gonna be tough because you got FCC again, and FCC is going to regulate those type of content because some of those channels might be for kids, and you might get Trump trying to ask Cartoon Network, like, can I get my information on Cartoon Network? They might say no. They might get it on Adult Swim, but that is how the FCC works. But if you have more democratic ideals that can appeal to children per se, not to scar them or whatever, then yeah, the FCC is gonna be like, okay, we're gonna let you put your ideas onto our channel. The point is, at this point, FCC is looking for a more positive imagery depending on which narrowcasting you are choosing and which demographic you are going for. Well, welcome to 2018. If you think about it, you can't really do TV anymore because who watches TV at this point? And TV has too many regulations. You know where's the best place to put your ideas out? The internet. Whoa. Well, fun fact, if you think about it, just a topic about politics alone can take up at least 1% of web traffic. And if you're comparing 1% to 100%, it doesn't sound like much. But the fact that there are about 1 billion things that you can look up other than politics makes politics a really special thing for the internet. So, if you get into the internet, you, my friend, can get your ideas out there real quick. No matter where you post your information though, you have to be careful on what information you're posting, what information you're trying to keep secret, because there's some not organization, but there's a group of people that really like to Like, find the scams within people. Man, I wonder who I'm talking about. Oh, bingo! Remember journalism? Yeah, so they'll take apart every little bit of your identity and sell it out for scraps to get those juicy details on the biggest politicians and the biggest of profiles. So, what they can do is they can try to send out these things called trial balloons. No, not balloons, but balloons. Well, this is technically the term about how some people can leak information just for the sake of a public reaction. And who knows what can come out of a public reaction? More news, more drama, more need for action. So, if you think about it, I wonder who that is being used on right now. Hmm. In any case, just remember that practically every news station is going to be biased. Like, no matter what, they're always gonna have a view on the topic they're taking, and they are gonna somehow express it to the point where you can think in that point of view. I don't know how they do it, but they just do it somehow. It's just there's something called editing, which can work. Well, in order for their channel to actually be good, you need some good drama. So they're more likely gonna make the issue more dramatical than it seems. It can be as dramatic as it seems, but most of the time it's not really gonna be that dramatic, and they're gonna try to amp up the situation more than necessary. So, oh, another thing, fun fact, they actually like to focus more on one individual because he is his own source than an entire group. Because when you're talking about an entire group, you can never truly have one person represent an entire party. Otherwise, that's not going to be how it works. So, if you want to spread your own information, do it yourself. Well, just to let you know though, making a good image doesn't always work because there are some people that didn't do that so well and it worked. Shoot, I wonder who tried that and became president. Anyway, that is practically most of what you would need to know in terms of what mass media is like. If you have any questions, please Google them because this is simply for a project. I'm probably not really gonna know any better than that one professor on that weird website. But in full honesty, thank you for watching. If you like these types of videos in general, like, I'm not necessarily trying to post this type of content, well, considering that it is just for a project, but I do want to post better videos than this and different type of content. So if you like these type of videos, come bring in like, and you can also subscribe too, see if I make more of these types of videos. Well, anyway, I thank you for watching and I'll see y'all later.